Hey lovies, welcome to my channel, Craft Away with May. I'm May. Welcome to my older new subbies. I'm so glad to have you all here with me today. As the thumbnail show, we're going to be doing some more Christmas and winter DIY, guys. I am trying to craft out as much of my Christmas stash as I possibly can. So what you see I'm starting with already, lovies, is I'm taking some letters that I have picked up from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to use a J and a Y. I'm painting it in the color Night Sky by Waverly. And I'm just going to give it, I think I gave it like 2 or 3 coats because it's really thin paint. I've had it for so long that I think I need to restock, but I'm going to use this up because it's a lot of it. So I gave it about 3 coats. Then next I'm taking this wood round. It was in my stash. I think it's like 5 inches in length. And I'm going to go in with some of this marine silver paint by FolkArt. I'm going to give it 1 coat of that paint. And then what I'm going to do after that is I'm taking this stencil that I got from Essential Stencils, and it says Joy to the World. It has the nativity on it, and I love it. You know, I am trying to incorporate a nativity scene in each of my next few projects. So I did one earlier this week, this one, and then I think I'm going to try to incorporate another one. But anyway, so I just went in with that stencil. I used some white paint by Waverly. I'm just using my little heating tool to speed up the heating process because it was really chilly this night. And so what I'm doing here is I'm sanding it down because of course I had some bleed through. And right here, what I wanted to do is just spell out the word joy, do a play on words. So I kind of wish the letters were a little bit bigger, but in the end I think they came together okay. So right here I felt like it needed something extra, so I was on the phone, of course, well actually we were video chatting, Kathy Joy and I, and so we were talking about it, and she was like, hey, add some of the Distressing Ink by Tim Holtz on there. And so I did, and of course I got a little heavy-handed with it, went a little too far, but I didn't correct it. I just kept going. And I also decided to add some to the wood round as well. In the end, I do believe it came out quite nicely, guys. So once I got that to you know, the distressed finish look I wanted, I just went in with some hot glue and I placed those letters on either side of the wood round. And I like this. Like I said, I just wish the lettering was a little bit larger, but again, I just like, you know what? I kind of like it. I don't know. I'm in between. I'm on the fence with it. But I do think it came out quite nice. So then I took one of the tower tumbling blocks, or the tumbling tower blocks, you guys know, the TT blocks, the ones you can find at Five Below. I'm just going to use that on the back of this wood round to create a stand for this. And I guess I need a little bit more hot glue, and I'm just going to lean it back a little bit so, you know, that way it's not standing straight up and, you know, could possibly tilt forward. So then I decided to go in with some of my Spanish moss, and I just put it right there just again to give it like that, you know, weathered look, I guess. Just, I don't know. I don't know. I thought it would add to the scene of the, add to the nativity scene. So I didn't use a lot of moss there. I did spread it out a little bit more. Then I decided to take some greenery that I had. I took off a pick that I had, and I'm just going to create like a little thin swag at the top. I was trying not to overdo it here, and I went in with one of my Kathy Jo jute twine bows and added that to that, guys, and you'll see it in the final reveal. So as we move over into our next project, I'm taking this Santa sleigh that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I like it. I like it just as it is. I love the red on it. It's just, you know, that perfect red for Christmas. And so I wanted to add something to it though. So I took my Cricut Joy and I found this saying that says Santa's Little Helper in Cricut Design Space, and I just went in cut it out, and I'm going to apply it to one side of the sleigh. Now I didn't want to do it on both sides, just because, you know, if I decide to switch this wording up, I want to be able to take it off. So I just use some removable vinyl for that. So next, what you see I'm doing is I'm taking some of these ornaments that I think I got these from Dollar Tree, if I'm not mistaken. If they didn't come from Dollar Tree, I don't know where I got them from. Maybe Hobby Lobby? I think I got these from Dollar Tree though. But I did get this cute little stuffed bear from Dollar Tree. It was $1.25, and I just love it. It didn't say anything. It had the little plaid print with a Christmas tree on the bottom of its foot, and like I said, the little thing says Santa's helper. So I wanted to make it look as though he's trying to crawl into Santa's sleigh to get the ornaments out, which is supposed to kind of represent presents, but I did not feel like covering a million little squares to make presents, so we went with ornaments. Okay, now I did add in like some other little fun stuff that you'll see in the final reveal, but here, so I was just trying to adjust him to make it look like he's literally climbing in to pull out all of the ornaments, but I didn't have enough with me at the time when I was filming this, and I didn't feel like pulling out anymore, guys. I just didn't. So I took some batting, stuffed that in the bottom to bring it up a little bit, and that worked. So that's what we're rolling with. You just gotta do what you gotta do. I just did not feel like going through all those tubs to pull out a few more ornaments, guys. Okay, so give me some grace. All right, it's the season of grace. So then I'm back with my favorite pom-pom garlands that you can find at Hobby Lobby. Very inexpensive. Well, when I got them, they were 50% off. I want to say they were $2.99 regular price. So anyway, I'm just going to outline the sleigh with this because I feel like, you know, that red and white is just classic, gave you the Santa vibes. But guys, you'll see that in the final reveal as well as we move on to project number 3. Now, I have this charger that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I don't know how much I paid for this, but it's been in my stash for a while, and I've been wanting to use it, and I knew I wanted to use it to make some type of gingerbread something. So I had these window cleans that I picked up from Amazon, and it had this gingerbread in it, and I just love the shape of him. I love the colors, and at first I was a little concerned. I was like, it's probably not going to show up with the brown on brown, but it actually did. It worked out really well for me. So what I'm doing is taking some of my Eileen's tacky glue. Now I would recommend using some glue stick. You know, I like to use the Gorilla Glue stick, but for whatever reason, I pull out my Eileen's tacky glue, and I think it's because of the surface. If I don't know what my brain was thinking, but I'm thinking because of the surface, I chose to do that. But there's no right or wrong way to apply a window clean to a non-window surface. You know, yeah, there we go. Okay, anyway, so next I took the little candy canes, did the same process for them, and applied them to the side. I just felt like, you know, why not? I think that would be cute, you know. Peppermints, candy canes, and gingerbread men go together. That's like the classic combo. So I just applied it right there. And so next, guys, okay, my sweet friend Tracy, she felt my pain. And she sent me this bow dabber. I shared it a couple of videos back with you guys, a few videos back. And so I had read the instructions, and then I was like, okay, I think I got it. You know, I played around with it a little bit. I'm like, I think I got it. All right. So I had this ribbon in my stash, right? I'm like, we're going to make our own bow. We're going to make a bow today, guys. So here I am. I'm like, okay, because it gives you all these different types of bows to use, right? And I'm like, okay, we're going to keep it simple. And I remember that it said, like, you put it down there, you twist, then you do your next one, you twist, right? So at least that's what I remember. I glanced through it, as you guys saw there. So my mind was like, you got this, May. You got this. So I'm opening it up here, guys. And I'm like, okay, do I pull it out or what do I do? I don't know. But anyway, so I'm like, slide it down in there, May. So I'm sliding it down in there. I'm like, okay, this is going to be too short, so let me just go ahead and pull it out a little bit more, you know, more is better than less, because you can always adjust the more, right? So then right here, I'm like, what's happening at the end of this? Why is it fraying like that? But we'll deal with that later. So here I go to twist the bow around, right? And so I'm like, okay, slide that piece down in there. Looking good, looking good. So I unravel some more. And I'm like, all right, girl, we got this. Slide that piece down in there. Okay, looking good, looking good. Not really. So I was like, okay, this is going to be a huge boat. Let's adjust this. So sliding some more down in there, forgetting to twist, you know, as I look at this voiceover. So then I'm like, okay, twist here and slide it down. So I'm like, got it. Look at that. I'm like, it looks like a bow. Now you just got to pull it out. And then you're going to just scrunch it together. And it was a hot mess. So, for the sake of this video, guys, I could not continue on with the bow dapper because we would have been here until next week. So, I'm like, okay, time to fake it until we make it, guys. You know how we do. So, I just start going back and forth with the bow or the ribbon. And I'm like, all right, this works, right? And then I'm like, the frays are not working for me, though. I gotta fix that. So I cut that down, and I'm like, well, if I keep cutting this, it's gonna keep doing the same thing. So I was like, all right, let's put some hot glue on it to stop it from unraveling, right? So that's what I did. So there you have it. So sorry if you guys can hear that in the background. I apologize, guys. You know the rule. If you've been here with me anytime, I live near a main highway, and you're gonna hear everything that goes by. So I apologize if you can hear that. All right, so I do that for all the edges to keep them from unraveling, and I go back to my back and forth, you know, like, well, I'll whip my hair back and forth, I'll whip my hair back and forth. So that's what I was doing with the bow. I was whipping it back and forth. All right, so anyway, so now I know at some point there I was supposed to loop something over to get it to be on the same side, but I couldn't remember that part. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to just leave it like this, and we're going to bring those tails down. Now, I know you guys are probably sick of me and, you know, the bow, bow issues that I have. But on this channel, we receive everything. We accept it all, the flaws and all. And until we get this bow situation under control, there's going to be times where I'm going to have you guys bear witness of it, okay? So I'm like, all right, we got the zip tie out. That cinched it together. I'm like, okay, we're going to just pull those tails down. We're going to put another zip tie there to make this work. Who's going to see it? Nobody's going to see it. Who's going to know? Nobody, unless we tell them. So we're not going to tell them. This is going to be our little secret, okay? So there you have it. Boom. Bow made. Faked it, made it, and we're moving on. So I cut down the zip tie, right? It's looking like a bow, people. Come on now. Come on, it's looking like a bow. So right here, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fold it over. I'm gonna add some more hot glue because I don't need that unraveling, because if that unravels, I'm gonna unravel. I'm already a hot mess. I'm already a loose nut, so I don't need to unravel on the bow. So I'm like, okay, add the hot glue, and then we're gonna cut it down. Genius. It worked. Hello, somebody. Y'all better talk to me about my bow, and you better not judge me. Don't judge me. Don't, not one of y'all judge me, because it looks like a boat, okay? So now I'm fluffing. Oh, okay, too many fluffs. All right, so I fluffed it out, and it looks so cute. But now it was too long for where I wanted to put it. So I was like, all right, let's spread it out, and we're going to go ahead and glue the little tails up a little bit behind the bow, and that way it'll fit nicely on the charger, right? So that's what I'm doing. So I get the hot glue, add my little dabs on the back of there. Of course, I was out of frame because I wouldn't be me, you know, if I did it the right way and kept it in frame. But I bring it back a little bit here and there so you guys can get a little sneak peek of it. And it's looking like a bow, people. It's looking like a bow. But look at what I'm doing. I put the bow on upside down. Yes, I did. It's okay. It's all right. It happens. Didn't realize that until I was doing the voiceover. Okay. So Now, I had these little peppermint ornaments in my stash, and I should have left that large one right there, but nope. While I was talking to Kathy, just she was working on one of her projects, and she was like, "Oh, you got some of these rusty bells, don't you?" I was like, "I do have some of those," and I remember, so I went and grabbed mine. And this was after we got off the phone. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna put my rusty bell there, because then it looks like like a dough ball of gingerbread mix, right?" That's what I'm thinking. No, that's not what that looks like at all. But anyway, I keep going with the peppermints. Then right there, I realized one of them was flipped over on the wrong side, had the white in the middle instead of the red, but I kept going. So I put my little rusty bell right there, which I should not have done. I know. I realize that now. I do. But it's what it is. It's what happens. Okay. So then I took some puffy paint, went around the outside of it, and I was gonna like do some little swirly stuff, but by this time I was like, we're just gonna put this on here and we're gonna keep moving. Okay, we just gonna keep moving because a lot has happened in the making of this simple little project, guys. So then I decided, okay, I'm gonna put a little puffy paint on the little bell just to kind of give it like a little frosty mix. But know what I do? I just put a little dab. But again, you guys see that in the final reveal. Now, here we go with another nativity piece. So this one is this wood piece. You can find these at Dollar Tree and at Michael's. They both actually have them. I think the one at Michael's is $1.99 if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, I wasn't recording when I laid down the stencil that says "Love Came Down," but I did the same thing as I did with the other stencil, nothing special or anything like that. And I thought it was super cute because of the heart right there represents love. And then I took another stencil, that same stencil, and I just didn't put this part where Mary, Joseph, and Jesus is at. I just didn't put that part on the other part with the wording. I saved it for this little small wood round. So I'm removing the prongs from this heart, and I'm gonna put the circle or the little miniature wood round in the back. Now I did go up a little too high with it, but you know, again, this is me. We're talking about here, but we made it work. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a pencil and just outline where I need to place my glue because I have a very limited amount of space to work with here, and I wanted to make sure I got it just right. So I replaced that circle right back to that spot. And yes, there is some gapping there, but we're going to try to camouflage that a bit. It's not going to work well, but we're going to try to make it work. Okay, so I'm just going in with some jute twine right here, guys, and I'm outlining the heart first. And what you're going to see me do is I'm going to take that all the way around the heart, and then I'm just going to continue it all the way around the frame, kind of like an infinity heart, if you will. I don't know if that's a thing, but today on this channel, on this video, infinity heart is a thing. Okay. So I take that all the way around, seal it up, and it meets right back where the heart string begins. And then I take a piece of burlap ribbon to cover up the little gaps in the back, and not really to cover them up. I wanted to have that little peek through. I don't know why I wanted that, but I did. And so I just roll with it, and I'm just going to tack it down with a little glue, as you can see there. I'm not doing anything special here, but I don't know, it works, and you guys will see it in the final reveal because I do have some candles next to it, and you'll see how it peeks through, and it just really ties into the piece for whatever reason. I think it does. But let's go ahead. Oh no, I thought we were moving on to the next project. Nope. So it has a little stick that comes with it to create a stand, and I had glued it down, but that tape wasn't coming out, so I was like, forget it, we're just gonna stick it on there, and we're gonna keep rolling. Now there was some gapping at the bottom, but I do add a flower there, and you guys will see it at the final reveal for the millionth time, at the final reveal. Okay. So next I'm taking one of these galvanized bottle caps that you can find at Dollar Tree. I had these window clings that I picked up off Amazon. Now my initial thought was I was going to use this big one, right? Just one large ornament on here. I thought it would be absolutely cute, but it just it didn't line up how I wanted, because I wanted to keep that bow. Y'all know I wanted to keep the bow in there, but it wasn't going to work. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to cut this down. We're going to find another purpose for this one. So we're going to put it back, and we're going to use the two smaller ones on there. So I just simply remove those off, and I start placing them how I want them. on here. Now this is a very simple project, and if you don't have these window cleans, guys, you know, they're very affordable on Amazon, and you get, I think, 160 something came on the sheet, and I paid like $6, I think, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was only like $6 or something. So I thought that was a really good deal. But if you don't have these, you could definitely find some at Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Michael's, Dollar Tree. But I want to, again, I'm doing winter and Christmas, and these gave me that really nice winter vibe. The ones at Dollar Tree were more Christmassy, so I wanted winter because, you know, I want those transitional pieces right now. So then I just start adding in some snowflakes, the little dots just here and there, and I'm just going to go in with some more of that Eileen tacky glue, and just to get them sealed in place. And so once I do all of that, I don't know how much of that I left in here, but that's what I do for both sides, for both little stickers or window cleans. Window cleans. I do that, and I'm just putting little dabs of glue and reapplying them where I have them laid out. So then next, I'm taking some of my Snow Tex, and I'm just going over the top of this cap. Now you guys have to let me know. When I looked at this towards the end, I was like, should I have gone all the way around? And I really feel like I should, but I was trying to just get the little snowfall on the top. But let me know, should I continue on? Like, it's not too late for me to go back and do it, but just let me know. I don't know. I was like, I don't know. It's missing something. I think I should have went all the way around. But here we are at the final reveal, lovies. So I want to say happy Thanksgiving to you all. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I forgot to mention that in my previous video. I did mention it in the comments to quite a few of you guys. But I also want to say, you know, I know this time of year is not always the easiest for some, so let's be mindful of that. Let's put our arms around those who are missing their loved ones during this time, or if they're happen to be just alone during the holidays. So let's just keep them lifted up in prayer, and again, let's cover them with love and hugs. And for those who did have the opportunity to be with their loved ones, I am so happy for you. I also give you hugs and love as well. So guys, as we wrap up the video, if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Just note those comments are not desired. I'm sorry, they're not required. They're only desired, always desired. From the bottom of my heart, they are desired. I love to chat with you guys after each and every video, so keep those comments coming because they truly make my heart smile. If you guys had a favorite of today, let me know that as well. I want to hear about it. If you didn't have a favorite of today, I want to hear about that too. So, lovies, I have to say I am loving the nativity scene. I love the little bear. I just loved everything today. And until the next video, lovies, be safe, be kind. Hugs and kisses. XOXO. Bye.